YouTube. It is Damien. It is Live Without Grealish. It is episode number 14, and today we do have a doubleheader against Juve and Chelsea. However, we're not at the end of the transfer window yet. It is the 31st. I just want to explain one point. I said we needed a new goalkeeper last episode. It is the title of last episode. Since then, we have not conceded in 8 games. Martinez, in one of those games, had a worldie and got man of the match against Spurs. As you would expect, we've won every game but Leeds, which we dominated and did not score in. But in the Spurs game, Martinez did get man of the match. There was no way we deserved to win this game 4-0. We did probably deserve to score 4, but we should concede 1 or 2, and Martinez was outstanding in this game here. When your keeper's in that sort of form and you're going to go buy a keeper to go replace him, you probably shouldn't. And I've come to that conclusion that as much as I complained about him last episode, as much as I said I was going to buy a new keeper, Martinez has then gone and not conceded since the United game, because we won 3-0 against Sheffield United as well. And yeah, I think that's the place we're going to start. When you come and see the signings or lack of, and the fact we haven't gone for a keeper, that is why. I did go for one keeper, and you guys may laugh at me who the keeper I went at. Chelsea just don't want Kepa. They want 13 to like 20 million. I had 12 million up front with 9 million over 3 years accepted for him. He wants 190k a week to move from Chelsea. So he's more happy to be a backup sitting on the bench than he is to come play. For me, he is the shot stopper that I'm kind of craving out for here. If you compare him to Martinez, he's just a better keeper. And at the end of the day, that's what you're being judged on. Is where Martinez and him are very similar, like physically and mentally. Just technically, as a keeper, he's got the same handling, but better kicking, better one-on-ones. Passing's very, very similar. Reflexes, rushing out's a little bit better. His aerial control, command of reach is all similar. But the fact that he's, just that little bit better in terms of being a keeper kind of makes me want to go for him. But we're just, for 190k, I can't fathom it. I've made a couple sales that have made it in Port. I may as well mention them here quickly. I didn't even put my face cam light on because I was like, oh, this will be quick. But yeah, Morgan and Sanson is definitely a sale we made. Yeah, these guys would have seen Courtney's sell last episode where we said we're going to accept it. But one big deal, Morgan and Sanson's gone. I actually had, if I go to the squad, where is he? I had Diallo get a bid from a Chinese club for 28 million, which is release fee. Spurs are sniffing. I would sell on the final day. Just feel like we have one too many centre backs, and I don't think he's ever going to be better than what he is. And for 28 million, it's good profit. But at the same stage, I'm happy to keep him because he's actually developing at the minute, which is great. Second thing is that we had an offer for Trezeguet, also accepted. Where are you, Trezeguet? You've been on international duty. Just come back. We actually got 28 million over clauses, 21 million up front, guaranteed 24 million from, another Chinese club. But yeah, Trezeguet didn't want to leave. He rejected the contract like Diallo did. Both sell. We've made, 20, 40 plus there, maybe about 60 million worth of money. And with our finances, which you can't see, being pretty dire. And the only reason we're in the positives because of sales, and as much as it gives me transfer budget, then I would have sanctioned Kepa because I would have been like, right, we've covered so much wage, I'm going to be so under the payroll, I may as well put 190k. But for me, look, at the end of the day, our keeper's gone on an 8-game unbeaten run, an 8-game clean sheet run at the minute. Probably, hopefully, going to be 9 after Palace. Who always seems to score against me, but it doesn't matter. So we kept Martinez. It also means we're top of the tree because United just lost the game to Man City. And yeah, look, we're also pulling away from Liverpool and City as well, but they both have a game on hand. But yeah, so this episode, we will not be seeing a new goalkeeper. We will be seeing Juventus' first leg and Chelsea, and then the episode after that will be Man City and Juve, as all these games are massive. And unfortunately, in the 5th round of the FA Cup, we've got Liverpool, which I'll recap as well. But I'll see you guys for that in just a second. Juve coming up. No new goalkeeper on the horizon. Are we going to beat them at home at Villa Park? Kind of need to if we want to get through to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Welcome back, YouTube, to episode 14. You would have seen me talk about Martinez in the last part. Just one more thing about him. He's also 3 shutouts away from Alisson's record from when Liverpool won the title of 15 shutouts. Now, for me, I've been complaining about my keeper, and he's about to break, Alisson's record. So maybe I shouldn't be complaining about him. However, he did concede in our last game we played. We will recap that as well. But obviously, in today's episode, we have a Champions League doubleheader. First leg, Champions League first knockout round. We have Juve at Villa Park before we go away to Stamford Bridge. we will play Chelsea in a game that will see us, hopefully stay top of the table. That is correct. We're fighting on all fronts at the minute. Unfortunately, we do have Liverpool in an FA Cup, which kind of means that we're probably not going to be fighting on that front. But yeah, since we last met, just keeping clean sheets is a thing. And then I said, obviously, Martinez was going to keep a clean sheet in this game. You can see it in the 78th, but another win for us as well. Obviously, with the fixtures that we had, I said that we should win every game bar the Spurs game. So to draw the Leeds game, but win the Spurs game, But yeah, our next few fixtures, Chelsea, massive. You're going to see that. Everton, obviously, not the easiest. Liverpool in the FA Cup, not going to be great. Obviously, City, it is a massive one, which you'll see next episode, before we play Juve in the second leg of the Champions League tie. Now, first things first, let's get into this one. It is Juve, the old lady, and they're having not a bad little year. They currently sit third, though, in the Serie A. As you can see, AC Milan have 2 games in hand. If they win both, would be top. It's pretty close. Juve lost 4 games. They've lost to Roma twice, and obviously Inter and AC, who are ahead of them as well. But at the same stage, I wouldn't say they're having a poor year, to be fair, as well. They've just dropped the odd game, and I guess in the Serie A, where it's like 2 or 3 teams fighting for it, you can't really do that. But yeah, they're obviously going to be very, very good in terms of like any outs for Juve. They've only got Rabiot that is suspended, where we've got a few lads that are suspended, that are injured, etc., etc., which makes things very difficult for us here in this first leg. Arias obviously going to come back in as well. Matty Cash will make the bench over Althrop. Thiago Almeida's not been 100% fit, but he'll make the bench. Conso will obviously have to get to the bench as well to give us a defensive change. And then I'm looking at, Mohamed to come back into the box-to-box role. Probably not, but we'll swap it like that, and maybe we will. Just as the Mazzala and support, I don't rate it, but we're going to leave it because I think the 2 roles work together. But yeah, Mohamed coming straight back after going to the African Cup of Nations, which I think Ghana won. I think it's time to get him back into the team because he hasn't played here in a while. Apart from the rest of the boys, we look okay. But, obviously, I'd rather have, Tilio, Luiz, available because they're big ins. And obviously, Thiago Almeida, if he was fit, would play probably in the middle of the park as well. But anyhow, we know how to score goals. We've done well defensively. And we have some history on FM this season against Juve, obviously, in Denmark. We've beaten them, 4 times in the last 4 years. And eventually ended up winning the Champions League. We also beat them to make a Europa League semi-final final to win it as well. But yeah, Martinez in goals. Arias, Mings, Diallo, and Matty Target. I'm actually going to move Martinez to a sweeper keeper and defend. Kudos and McGinn, Bailey, Bundia, St. Maxim, and Ings. It's not a bad team. I look at that front 4 and I go, there's goals there if we want the goals. That's all I'm going to say. If we don't want goals, then what are we doing playing football, yeah? There's goals there. And if we just play our football our way, we can maybe get at this Juventus side. It'll be interesting to see how they line up in terms of system. There's obviously going to be players that we can get at as well, but obviously, it's Juve. They're expected to win this. They've been in great form, like I've said, apart from dropping the odd game. They have lined up in a 4-3-3 defend, which is fine. Chesney is a world-class keeper. De Siglio is the one we're probably going to have to get at. Bonucci at 34 still great. Delit's obviously very good as well. Sandro at 31, very good. Pizarro at 31 also knows what he's doing. McKenna. James Milner's moved here. How much did you move for? Probably on a free. 2.5 million. Liverpool did well to get money out of that, and Juve as absolutely eking out every little bit of goodness out of James. Dijon's obviously the best player. Cristiano Ronaldo's moved to Man United in real life, and Dybala is up top as well. You got Arthur on the bench, Luca Pellegrini on the bench, Nuno Santos, good player. Danilo obviously is another one as well. Even Livakovic is a very decent backup keeper. So we are up against it in terms of squad versus squad. Both teams come into the game on very good form. We have to back ourselves in. We're top of the Prem. We know how to win at Villa, or we have to win this tie. You think with this tie, we have to win this leg. If we win this leg and take a lead to Italy, anything's possible. We draw, especially a score draw, or we lose, and I feel like it's going to be too hard the way we travel usually. In the end, it is going to be us in our normal Villa kit, and Juve, obviously, they have the zebra stripe, but, the infamous black and white. Early corner, 6 minutes in. Bundia finds Leon Bailey, and Bundia gets it again. Danny Ings! It's offside against Bundia from the corner. Was nearly the perfect start for Danny Ings, and instead it's going to be chalked off for offside. Great stuff. Great stuff. We love that. Eventually is disallowed due to offside. Unfortunate for the boys. But yeah, Bailey, Bundia, borderline, just off. And unfortunately, disallowed goal, but promising start. Both teams having a shot on target. Obviously, the shot that Danny Ings had does not include in the stats, so we can technically say we've had 2 shots on target, but yeah. And we've been the slightly better team, but, you know, against Juve, you kind of need to make that pay or else they will eventually score, especially with that boy on the ball, and that's Cristiano Ronaldo, Milner. Bit of hammers, Milner, mate. He loves an assist, that boy. De Siglio out wide, ball over to Dijon, effort is blocked, and Mings doesn't mess around with it and thumps it away. Time still ticking away. 30 minutes played, and we have an injury, and Mohamed just keeps getting injured all year round. I don't really have a midfielder to bring into this game either, which is a very annoying. It was kind of like the one spot I couldn't afford injury, and I don't want to bring Cerny into it, but it's my only option. My only option is to get the 17-year-old in there. I'll get him as an advanced playmaker support because that's what he likes to play. But that is a big out. James Milner also picking up a knock. Must have been like a head clash or a clash of bodies. We've been the better side here, 57% of the ball. Not like as fluent as you would like us to be in terms of creating chances. But, you know, that's what happens when you play against Juve. They kind of, you know, are very, very defensively minded. Half-time 0-0, game in the balance. If we score the first goal, it's game on because Juve will come out and maybe we'll pinch a second. St. Maxium, Matty Target now gets in the box. Danny Ings doesn't find it. Leon Bailey! He finds it though. Danny Ings didn't have the room to shoot. He turned around, he played in Leon Bailey, and he's a man possessed playing on a Villa shirt. He has been electrifying the whole save. He knows how to score. He does not miss most times than not. He doesn't anyway. And, well, I tell you what, he has not missed again. Ings, presence of mind to not shoot through bodies but find the ball. And Leon Bailey gives us a lead right after half-time. Now, Juve have to come out here and find a way. We've been dominating the game as well, so we deserve the lead too. St. Maxium now with the ball towards the touchline. Back to Matty Target. Numbers in the box. St. Maxium now. Emi Bundia can't find a shot. Falls to St. Maxium. It hits straight at Szczesny. To be fair, if it was left to right of him, I don't think the keeper knew too much about it. Throw in now down the right-hand side. Arias now. Emi Bundia looking for Cerny. Doesn't find him. Thumped away and only as far as Mings. They literally had everyone in the box then. Wow. Juve under the cosh. Diallo looking for Bundia. Not going to find him like that. St. Maxim tries to get across and he forces the long ball turnover. Now Diallo, play feet, please. Matty Target, Danny Ings drops in. St. Maxim doesn't win it. Falls back to him though. Cerny, McGinn. Ball out to St. Maxim was delightful. Numbers in the box. Unfortunately, didn't find it, but he gets back on the second ball. Petted in the corner. Cerny comes across the youngster. Fires one out to Arias. We've got to keep it now. Arias still, that's not good, and Dejan's away, and Dejan knows how to beat people, and he's already beaten one, and he's getting towards the box. Dejan, numbers coming, ball in, Dybala charged down by Mings, and thumped away, and just like that, that's the danger of Juve. You know, we had the ball, we dominated the game, one moment, one poor ball, on the break they go. It's what we're up against. Emi Bundia picks it up, and runs it out of play. Well done, Emmy. He great in the Premier League, just in the Champions League, not much. In the end, 65 minutes played. 1-0 to the good. We've been dominating the game, but we haven't got our way into it. McGinn looking a little bit legless, not the one I'm going to bring on. I am going to bring on Conrad for a nervous St. Maxium. Just fresh legs on the break, bang. And time ticks away. I might leave a time wasting change. If Thiago Almeida was more fit, I would bring him in, but he's not. Anyway, Mings, Diallo. Surely we spread the ball. Cerny, Mings. Got to find feet now. McGinn. Going. Does well. We got the overlapping fullback as well if you want it, McGinn. Finds Arias. Numbers in the box now. McGinn, have a dig, my boy. He does! Just over the bar. Would have been absolutely a delightful goal from coast to coast. We built out from the back. Would have been great. Fortunately for us, it's not what's going on. They've gone 4-3 with 3 strikers, the dirty buggers. And Dejan now have a ball. Sandro straight at Martinez. I'm going to make my little defensively minded change then. Why is the 4-3-3 not here? It's alright. Defensive 4-3-3. Bang. Move into it. Bundia off. Concert in. Verta wing backs on support as well. Just to get home. Bang. We got a little bit more defensively minded with a DM. Can we get into a 1-0 lead? Free kick in the 94th minute. This would sum it up. Ball, hit, blocked. Oh my God, it was offside anyway. It was offside against Alexandro as he put it wide. Anyway, muddy target down the other end. McKennie brings him down. He's going to get booked. That's a smart foul from McKennie because we're on the break there. Now, load the box up. We haven't loaded the box up and they've actually stayed high, which is fine. Just pop it into a channel. Don't get caught. Doesn't. Conrad, Matty target, McGinn. One last attack, referee. Let it run. Conrad, target. Oh, I just couldn't find the ball in between the lines there, or else we might have had a moment. And now I'm just praying for full time. Conrad Tacker's allowed to play. Surely, referee. It's been a whole minute over. If they score to make it 1-1, I'll be livid. Dijon picks it up. Referee still doesn't think about it. Conrad now picks it up. Is this a highlight? It's not. It's game over. Look, we were the better team and probably deserved at least a second, you do believe, but we do get a 1-0 lead. We keep a clean sheet in Italy and we are through, ladies and gentlemen, and that's exactly the spot we want to be in. So, job number 1 ticked off in episode 14. Wow, 95th minute pen is what Real Madrid needed to get past Ajax as well. 2 weeks out for Mohamed as well. Next part of the episode is going to be in 4 days' time. We are going to have Chelsea in a game which is 5th versus 1st at Stamford Bridge to see if we can retain our top spot here in the Premier League. After that, it will then be episode 15 where you will see if we do beat Juve in the second leg of the Champions League first knockout stage. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now our time for game number 2. We have Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, which has been a positive hunting ground for us previously in this save. We have beaten him here before. Can we beat him here again? Let's go find out. We do have Mohamed who's out injured. Douglas Luiz is back in. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. And just midweek, I don't like not rotating, but at the same stage, I don't really have options because I tell you what, we just have injuries and suspensions and just, yeah, it is what it is. So we are going to go Martinez, Arias, Mings, Diallo and Matty target. We are going to go McGinn and Douglas Luiz, Bailey, Bundia, St. Maxim and Ings. I might actually get Matty Cash in over Arias as well. He's played a lot of minutes of late. And there we are. I feel like that's the only real change we'll make. Douglas Luiz obviously back in the team exactly where he needs to be. And here we go for the lucky last game of this episode. We have Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and they have a very, very good squad. Now, obviously, I did want Kepa to come in, but unfortunately did not get Kepa. They've got Mendy, Asby, who is actually listed, I reckon. Zuma, Silva, Chilwell, Kante, Mount, Havertz, Pulisic, Depay's here. Interesting signing. Good little signing. Calvert-Lewin, obviously, I highlighted that in a previous episode. They got him. Chanoglu's here on the bench as well. Tammy, obviously, on FM is a very good striker. So, yeah, not surprised to see Tammy still here at Chelsea. Obviously, in real life, not there anymore. All right, them in the blue. We're in the Villa colours. It is just as, you know, as easy as it gets for us in terms of knowing what we need to do. Win, we stay top. Draw, we stay top, but only by a point. Lose, and we're probably behind to United yet again on goal difference. So, not an easy tie, as Calvert-Lewin has played in. Mings does enough to get that one away from him. It's just, yeah, look, when we beat Chelsea, they played quite well. We obviously played quite well, and then when they went down to 10 men, we pounced. Last time we played at Stamford Bridge. I don't expect that to happen this time, as DCL was in. And Martinez, what a save. I've talked about him not being good enough in a previous episode. Oh, man, as soon as I uttered those words, he's literally turned in the prime Alisson up. Basically what he's been compared to in the by the league statistics. So, yeah, great save to keep us at 0-0 because that should be a Chelsea goal more times than not. Anyhow, would I take a draw here? Yes, I would. I would take a draw here if it was possible. Anyway, DCL obviously is the one they're looking for. In the box, he does win the header and it heads over, but that is going to be probably a theme of this Chelsea side is get set pieces, swing into DCL, get crosses, swing into DCL, because it's Calvert-Lewin. You know he's good in the air. Apparently we should be marking him specifically. I reckon so, Mings. Liverpool winning as well to keep them in the title hunt as well. But Emi Bundia and Leon Bailey maybe to combine here. And Emi beats a man. Bundia now hits the post and cleared by Aspi. Well, that close to it. By the way, Bailey beating his man ball in. United winning, which would put us on level points if we were to lose. We are obviously 1 point ahead as things stand at the minute in the title race. Half time, 1-0 to United, 0-0 to us here against Chelsea. Highlight from kickoff, and away we go. Diallo now with the ball, looks back towards Martinez, and he punts the ball towards Leon Bailey, and that isn't going to work. And Memphis Depay now going on a run, so much time. Yeah, that comes just from poor kick from the keeper. I do have to change the distribution. I've got to unlike distribute the fullbacks, but because they're on sweeper keep, they like to go a bit more direct, which is weird. So I need to distribute the centre backs and go shorter. Just something I've been seeing happen a lot in my Spanish save. Obviously, links down below to the Twitch and, of course, to the pod and everything like that. But we are 1-0 down. As you can see, we would be equal with United on points, but behind on goal difference. As Thiago Silva heads just over. Liverpool also winning 2-0. They would gain a couple points as well. And in City, I don't know if they're playing at the minute, but yeah. Anyway, just don't really have the personnel to come in and change this, we think. But yeah, Lou Barry's got goals from here for me before. Thiago Almeida's going to come in for McGinn. We're going to go with him getting a little bit more aggressive. And Lafondre in for St. Maximin because he's not had a good game as well. Just triple change it. Fresh legs, off we go. See what we can do. Time ticking away. Is there going to be a highlight for us? Doesn't look like it. I'm also going to throw one more man forward. I think that's kind of what we do, is just throw Thiago Almeida forward. Douglas Luiz can go in as a ball-winning midfielder on defend, or a deeper line playmaker and defend, and just throw numbers at them. Time ticks away. Doesn't look like there's going to be a highlight here. Last gasp highlight, FM. Very boring 1-0. It was barely a few highlights. To be fair, Martinez had a pretty good game in goals. But yeah, Chelsea do end up winning that one there. We didn't play particularly well. Not happy with the performance. Boys seem a little bit demotivated by that, but how can you be happy in a game we only had 5 shots in? All we can do is pick ourselves up. And there we are. So we've got Everton coming up in next. You won't see that, obviously, YouTube. We're going to go and play that one, obviously, off stream. We're also going to play off stream, off camera. Obviously going to go play Liverpool. And then we'll be back with City at the Manchester City Stadium, followed by Juve over in Italy. And hopefully, we can do the job in both of them. From Damo and everybody else here, a very short second game. But it is what it is. I'll see you next time. Thank you. And hopefully we will beat Juve. And goodbye.